Hey, girl, you know you can't march for justice if you out of shape, right? Out there huffing and puffing. It's hot out there in that sun holding them signs. How far you think you gonna get being unhealthy? Get your health together. Drop down in these comments and get you some of these daily NutriBurst vitamins and some of this ISOT so you can march for justice. Bye. Now, somebody's ass most definitely needs to be arrested for the murder of Breonna Taylor. But upon further investigation and just sitting down, being still, and thinking about some things, I'm not quite sure it's the officers. Now, before y'all get in y'all feelings and opinions and attack me, just hear me out. Nessa girl, I was looking the other day at Yandy and Portia done got arrested yet again, and a few other people out there for marching for the arrest of the officers and some justice for Breonna Taylor and her family. And it got my wheels to churning, so much so that I made an Instagram post that said, somebody in the legal profession, please explain to me what is the law, what is the loophole that they are hiding behind that is keeping us from getting any type of forward progress on the Breonna Taylor situation and on the officers being arrested. And as I started to receive tidbits of information and pieced it all together, my wheels got to churning again, and I arrived at this. Again, rest assured, somebody is at fault and there is somebody that needs to be arrested. I'm just not 100% sold on it being the officers that actually executed the no-knock warrant. And please follow my logic here. And again, I'm not above reproach. If you think I'm wrong, this is a safe place for all of us to discuss our opinions and our feelings and our attitudes. Let's drop down in the comments and talk about it. So the first thing that led me to what I'm about to say is that a lot of people were saying that A, the prosecutor has prosecutorial discretion to file charges. Secondly, that they were hiding behind the whole no-knock warrant situation. And lastly, that these officers were simply following orders. Now, it is my understanding that the officers got to the house, they went to execute the no-knock warrant, somebody began shooting at them, and they shot back. And she subsequently ended up getting killed. Here is where I want to start. When you are a police officer, okay, you follow orders. You took your shower, you brushed your teeth, you ate your breakfast, you put your uniform on, you came to work. When you punched in, there was a file on the desk, on the clipboard that said, today, your job is to go to XYZ address and execute that warrant. That is what you did. When you got to XYZ address, banged on the door, somebody began shooting at you, you shot back, and subsequently Breonna Taylor ended up getting murdered. Now we're going to stop there. If I got the facts wrong, if I got the details wrong, please let me know. Now, considering the story in the manner in which I just told it, and also considering this fact, that come to find out they was at the wrong damn house, looking for the wrong damn person, and the suspect that they were looking for was already in custody. I am of the belief, because the officers were simply following orders, that the person who was responsible for Breonna Taylor's murder is the person whose job it was to do due diligence to make sure that that paperwork was correct. And I don't know if that's the detective, I don't know if that's some senior level officer, whoever the hell wrote the wrong person name and the wrong damn address and the wrong information on that paperwork, and then whoever else signed it, that is who, in my opinion, is responsible for her death. And hear me out, y'all, because I know we live in a very racially tense society right now, and it's fuck the police, and these police is fucked up, and they don't care about us, and I totally agree. But I am just speaking right now from a place of non-emotion and of logic. If you are the police officer and you bust down the door and gunshots start ringing in your direction, it is protocol, it is second nature, it is human nature for you to shoot back. Okay? Again, because there are some of y'all that's looking at this video that y'all just hell-bent on not liking me, and y'all gonna hear what y'all want to hear. I am not defending by no means necessary the murder of this girl. I want justice for Breonna Taylor as well. I just want it to be proper. And I want y'all for 2 seconds to take yourselves out of your shoes and put yourselves in these officers' shoes. You showed up to work, your supervisor gave you an order, you went and followed the damn order. As the police officer, it is not their job to scrutinize the warrant paperwork. They operate under the assumption that the person in the department who is responsible for the warrant has already done that. They are nothing but worker bees. They are worker bees. It is unfortunate that the situation happened. And to the man that was living with Breonna Taylor, her boyfriend, I'm not mad with him at all. Bitch, if I'm laying down asleep and somebody busting down my door, I don't know who the hell it is either, I'm going to take my gun and get to shooting too. This whole situation is extremely unfortunate from so many different directions. And oddly enough, or unfortunately, it feels as if, based on the legality of it all, I hate to say this, it feels as if that this situation is probably just going to play out the way it's playing out right now. And I find that so unfortunate because Breonna, at this point, hasn't gotten her justice. It looked like she may not, and I hope she does. And it sucks for the family. Like, this situation is so unfortunate on so many levels. But again, I think because the officers were doing their job is just to follow what is on the paperwork. The paperwork happened to have been wrong. So it's my opinion that the person who filled out the paperwork wrong, the person whose job it was to do the due diligence and get the proper research, that is the person that needs to be arrested for Breonna Taylor's murder. I'm curious to know how y'all feel based on the information I've just presented. Let's drop that in the comments and talk about it. Bah! Justice for Breonna. Yandy and Portia, y'all might want to stop going to jail or whatever, because the men don't like prison bays. But nevertheless, justice for Breonna.